Hey, and welcome back, Brad Tragick, and surprisingly enough, here in a moment I will do a wrestling review, but this is not a wrestling review. Haven't did one in a while, and for that I'm going to add probably some extra bands onto here, so there you go. So last night I went and I did something different in order to find bands for the 14 bands. So there will be more than 14 bands this week, just because I haven't done one in a while, and I want to, give people something to go listen to they never heard before. If they have, then go back and revisit that band, and listen to maybe some of their hits maybe they haven't heard in a while. So it's kind of cool. And that's the reason why I do this. I love music to death, and last night I was like on the hunt. I went and found 17 artists, bands, whatever you want to call them. Tremendous. And so let's go ahead and get right into it. First band is Some Velvet Morning. SOME Velvet Morning. And what I'm going to do is basically, I'll copy what I got in my notepad that I work on. Basically, probably right into the YouTube description box. Basically, it'll describe them. And if you're offended, if you know these bands, or if these bands happen to find this video, and you're offended by how I describe you, I'm sorry. This is just little side notes that I do to basically describe the music and kind of get people in the right direction. Where if they're just reading this, like, oh, well, I wonder who this band is, before they even listen to the video. So there you go. So Some Velvet Morning, basically, just a hard rock band. They're really pretty good. I mean, like I said, some of these bands are all going to sound alike, and I mean, some of them, I think this one was from, I think the last album they put out was, I might be wrong, I want to say 2009 was one of this, but I know there's some, I'm getting them mixed up. So, but I think this might actually be a pretty recent band. It's called, no, this is a recent, okay, yes, this is a recent band. Never mind. Some Velvet Morning, yeah. So, SOME Velvet Morning. Really good band, check them out. Next band is the Heartbreaks. Basically an indie band, but the music that they use for their songs is kind of like eclectic. So I guess we call it an indie band. So whatever you want to call that, that's where they fit in. So definitely check them out. Not my cup of tea, but somebody might like it. And I'm sure people do. Young Rebel Set is the next band. Pretty good band. They're an indie band basically, with a lot of different, just like what's their name? The Heartbreaks. Basically like the Heartbreaks, but I actually didn't mind Young Rebel Set. I actually thought they were really good. They're way better than, or I think they were better than the Heartbreaks. But definitely check out both the bands. Young Rebel Set, check them out. Next band is a band I know very well. I did see them, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I think I have put them on the list before, but I'll throw them on there again. Static X. If nobody has ever heard of Static X, definitely check them out. Basically a hard rock metal band. I think I could hear a little bit of industrial sound in there as well. And then Wayne Static, he has his own kind of style to singing, screaming, whatever you want to call it. So definitely check out Static X if you're a metal fan. You haven't never heard of Static X, or if you're a rock fan and never heard of Static X, because that could actually get you into the metal scene if you start listening to Static X, because I think it kind of crosses boundaries at times, to where sometimes there's hard rock, and then sometimes he kind of gets a little heavier and he actually goes into the metal scene. So they're kind of a bridge, I think, sometimes. They're one of those bands where kind of they bridge over to where they can do the mainstream rock kind of thing, or they can do metal stuff and get the attention of underground fans as well. So pretty good band. And they have a lot of CDs out. I mean, over 5. I'm pretty sure they have like 6 or 7 albums out already. Right now, Wisconsin Death Trip is one of their most, the prolific one that got them started. So definitely check them out. Next one is I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, Anathema, something like that. Basically a really laid back kind of music, beautiful music. When I say beautiful music, I'm talking about like, yeah, things like that. You know what I'm talking about. But the vocals, I thought it was an instrumental band at first, because I'm like, oh, I don't hear anything. But as I listened closely and turned the volume up a little bit on the computer and my headphones, I noticed that they're there. The vocals are there, but the way it's layered into the song, it's like very, very lightly. It's almost like all the instruments and the vocals are on the same exact level, and they left it that way. So it's kind of interesting. I've never really heard a band like that before. So I'm sure there is, but I just never heard anybody like that. So definitely check them out if you're into the I guess kind of gothic feel, instrumental opera type of thing. That would probably be the kind of thing it would fit into. Then we go to Moonspell, and I did type this band up because I remembered this band and I hadn't heard what happened, and I think this is the 2009 one. That the last time they put out was in 2009. Surprising because I thought they had a pretty good following. They're a Portugal goth metal band here, and the thing is, I listened to them and I think I got them mixed up with another band, which I will add to this probably next video. I do the 14 bands. But I thought they were more of like a goth rock band that kind of had that feel like HIM, which I had mentioned on here before. So it kind of shocked me when I started listening to music. Like, this ain't what I remembered from Moonspell. So basically, a Portugal goth metal band. They do goth rock, kind of like in the the guy kind of sounds like the guy from Bauhaus, but all those bands basically sound like the vocals are basically kind of the same because they keep that style. I think just to call it goth rock. And death metal, they do some death metal type stuff where the dude's screaming at the top of his lungs, like almost a growl. So yeah, it's kind of a mixture. So if you're that kind of fan of that kind of music, definitely go there. Great musicianship too as well. Then we go to some rap. I always like trying to mix some up today. I don't think I got that much country. I got a little bit of country, but basically stayed away from the country thing. But there was, okay, so there's a rap group called L.O.X, and what it stands for is Living Off Experience, and I did my research on these guys, so I did want to make sure to put that in there. They're an awesome rap group. I don't know the other guys' names, but I do know the one of the guys, because I'll get ready to talk about him in the next band, artist, whatever. But, I mean, all together, L.O.X, Living Off Experience rap group is really, really amazing. Definitely check them out if you've never heard of them. They worked with DMX. They worked with a lot of top rappers, probably back, any of the rappers that were around about 7 years ago, they worked with. Basically, that's what it looks like. Busta Rhymes, I worked with him and some other people. So definitely check them out if you like rap. Then we get to Styles P or Styles. He's gone by both as an artist. So you'll see him under Styles P and you'll see him under Styles. And I had to do a double take because I'm like, well, is it the same guy? And then I actually listened to one of the songs and he actually mentions that his name is Style P in the song. So that confirmed it. And he's from L.O.X. He's one of the rappers. He's really good. I won't say that I was completely into him. I listened to the songs because I don't think he's really my style of rapper. But he does have a rhythm. He does, but sometimes he gets off a rhythm. And, I don't mind sometimes when rappers get off a rhythm, but sometimes when they go on a tangent and they just, talk and talk and kind of doesn't really have a flow to them, that's what I'm kind of like how I get lost in it. And some songs he was kind of like that, so I don't know what to say about that. So I want to make sure I put this in there real quick. Okay. And then the next artist, well, you guys know him from sports, Shaquille O'Neal. So if you have never heard Shaquille O'Neal's rap album, okay, they only put out one, that's right. The other one was like a short compilation, I think. But definitely go check it out. I actually did not think it was that bad. The reason why it got such bad reviews, I think, is because it came out in the mid-90s, 92, 93, I think. Well, it was like right before all the old school rap had kind of been merged out and all the new kind of style was coming in. So everybody was like, well, that's old style. Why is he singing like that? Or why is he rapping like that? And I think that's why he got such a bad rap on it. No pun intended. But I think that's why he got such a bad rap on it. And he didn't really get, didn't nobody really give him a chance. And I put in a little description, that, people that come from entertainment and sports, when they try and make an album, they're usually a joke. People don't take them seriously. Case in point, the Macho Man Randy Savage came out with a rap album. Everybody thought it was a joke. I actually liked it. Shaquille O'Neal had a rap album. Right now, it's old school rap. If you like old school rap, you're going to like it. If you don't, then you're not going to like it. If you take music for what it is and not, just say, oh, it's Shaquille O'Neal, you got to take it for music as music, It's like if, oh, I don't know, Dick Van Dyke did, like I don't know if we did like a country, CD back in the day, it probably wouldn't have been accepted either. But it's like it's music, so what's the matter? If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. It doesn't really matter if it's out of style or not, because music is not stylish, and that's what it gets me. Is that people are like, well, they're not in style with the music. Music is unstylish. Like, there's nothing style about music. It's like people will like what they want to like. If they don't like it, then they'll just listen to something else. I don't know. Let me get to a group, L.O.X. And they basically had a hit with Brian McKnight, which I'm going to get ready to talk about him in a moment. But that's basically the only hit single they had, because they tried to make it big with their album. But after they did that song, and they came out with their CD, they came out with their rap album, and people were like, huh? And were confused. It's what it said in the biography thing on the site I went to. But basically that's what happened. So they tried to come out with it like basically what do I say here? Yeah, I mean, I might be, like I said, I might be wrong on this, but it kind of sounded like me. They kind of had like a Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac kind of sound, but kind of an older, I think they came out about the same time as they started Bone and Tupac, but they kind of had that style going on, but they just didn't catch on. Pretty good stuff though. So if you're into them, if you're into Bone Thugs or Tupac, definitely check out L.O.X. You might like some of their older stuff. Well, maybe not Tupac, but Bone Thugs, definitely check them out. Then we get to Brian McKnight. This guy is he had a pretty decent following. He had a couple hits in the early '90s, but I think he kind of dove off. And I mean, all these R&B kind of adult contemporary artists, they kind of still do have a career, but they don't have as big a career as what they used to have. When they have their singles, because a lot of times they have trouble catching the we call it the mainstream's eye again once they had that song. It's like, well, it's just going to be the same. So I think a lot of these people are kind of pigeonholed, and they don't really ever get a chance, to have another go if they can't continually keep getting hits after their initial one. So Brian McKnight, there you go, that's that one. Then we get Hunter Hayes. I will say there is another Hunter Hayes out there. I don't understand what kind of music he is, but I think it's a black guy. He might be jazz or something like that. But this guy is the country guy, Hunter Hayes. He's a young guy, young man. I don't know how old he is. I want to say like he's 16 or 17. He doesn't look very old. But he is a country legend in the making. I mean, telling you, this guy is good. And I mean, I don't like little kids singing, any kind of genre, basically. But this guy's good. He has a very mature voice. It's just, the way he comes across, he doesn't come across as a kid. So he's really, really good, a great guitarist. If that's him playing guitar, I'm pretty sure it is. I think I've seen him play acoustic guitar somewhere, and he was actually a pretty good guitarist. I could be wrong about that. I could have swore it was him. But pretty good country guy. Definitely check him out if you've never heard of Hunter Hayes. He's on CMT. He's got a single now. I think it's Wanted. I think that's on the TV now. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on the whole single thing. But he's current, and he's on CMT all the time. So do check out Hunter Hayes. Next guy is Dave Barnes. Really good guy. Really good singer. So those are talking about, he doesn't have a pop sound, but some of the songs I listen to, he kind of sounded country or kind of like this modern kind of music. So I think he kind of will appeal to anybody. So if you just basically like good acoustic or soft rock, definitely check him out. Classic rock we would probably appeal to him as well. He's a pretty good guy. Then we get a guy called Green River Ordinance. And this band is amazing. This band is probably the best band out of all the bands I have talked about thus far. They're a pop rock band, but they got a great sound, and any fans of classic rock will definitely like this band because they got that feel to them. The sound just sounds like it's back. Like you would have thought this band came out like 25 years ago, or earlier. Because I mean, they're really, really a good band that seemed timeless. So definitely check them out. Green River Ordinance. I wouldn't be surprised if they blow up at some point and get popular. So definitely check around Green River Ordinance. Anyway, list below. You'll be able to see it all. Alright. Not Tonight, Josephine. No, I'm not talking to anybody named Josephine. That's a band. Band name. Good hard rock band. The singer has a great voice. I was trying to come up with some sort of similarities, and I'm sure that if somebody goes to listen to this band, they might figure it out. I know they sound like somebody, but I just couldn't pigeonhole what they exactly sounded like, so I don't know how to explain it. They're just a good hard rock band. Singer's amazing, so there you go. Signs of Betrayal. This is another great band. Oh my god. Awesome hard rock band that, sounds like the first thing I heard when I did, like, it sounds like Scott Stapp. But then the more I listen to it, and it's like, well, they kind of do sound, he does sound like Scott Stapp, but then that makes me think, does Five Finger Death Punch sound like friggin' Scott Stapp at times? And they kind of do, I think. So, and that's going to be offensive to Five Finger Death Punch fans. So, but I'm sorry. I mean, I think it's true. I think it's definitely damn true that Scott Stapp, if you put Scott Stapp and Five Finger Death Punch, you have them both do an acoustic song, you probably wouldn't be able to fucking tell. I mean, seriously, I mean, they're not metal, but they're a really, really good band. So, Signs of Betrayal, definitely check them out. Then we get to the last band of this list, and I'm probably going to pick some of the well-known bands and throw them on here just for people that want something else to listen to. Fall of Envy. Definitely a great, great band. They kind of sound like Theory of a Dead Man. That's what I'm comparing to. They did really sound like Theory of a Dead Man. So definitely check them out if you're a fan of that. Nickelback. I think that's about. I mean, they do really sound like Theory of a Dead Man. That's what I was like. Is that the same singer? They have a side project anyway. But Fall of Envy, definitely a really, really good band. Definitely go check them out. So there is basically, that's 17 bands right there that I told you about. So definitely go back and check them out. This is the list that I was working on. I didn't get any. I do have some. And I haven't talked about these. So I'll definitely get to those. So I won't talk about the bands I have no idea about because I don't remember what, So I will talk about some of the people I do know about. I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about these people. If I have, then I'm sorry. Alright, so we got Iron Maiden. If you've never heard of Iron Maiden, definitely check them out so you can give your opinion. I am not a fan of Iron Maiden. And people, I think in the metal community, if I ever tell anybody in the metal community, they probably won't like me. And I have told people in the metal community that I'm not a fan of Iron Maiden. I don't know why, I'm not into them. I like a few songs of theirs, they're okay, they're not my favorite, they will never be in the top probably 15 of mine. They're just not there for me. I just don't get them. They're great musicians. I understand that. I like Run to the Hills. So, if you haven't heard Run to the Hills, definitely check it out. Bruce Dickinson, amazing musician, and I've heard some of the other stuff without Bruce. Pretty good band. I like them. They're okay. I'm not going to say that they're one of the best bands. I mean, a lot of people seem to think that they're one of the most amazing metal bands. So if you've never heard Iron Maiden, definitely go check them out. See what you're missing. See if you're seeing something I'm not seeing, because I'm just not a fan. And then we're going to go on to My Darkest Days. Really good band. They're a newer band. They did Porn Star Dancing, so if you ever heard of that song, that's My Darkest Days. So if you're looking, they did have another hit after that. I can't remember the name of the song. I think they got hit on the radio right now. Actually, I think it might be their last single off the current album. But I'm pretty sure they came out with another album after Porn Star Dancing. That's already out right now. So I could be wrong. I don't know. I just know that My Darkest Days is a pretty good band. So definitely go check them out. I like them. I'll go. Oh, hell with it. I'll go ahead and throw the other band on there too. I don't really remember what they sound like though. There's a band called Pretty Maids. Like I said, most of the time I go looking on YouTube and it's just like an interweaving web, and somehow I find them. I don't know how I found them. So Pretty Maids, check them out. I really have no idea what they sound like. They're on this list that I made a long time ago, just never got around to making a video. I was going to make the video, I think, the same day I did this list. That's why I didn't put the description beside them. So some of these might not have any, they won't have any links, but I mean, they're going to be easy to find because none of these bands are like really like hard to find. The ones that you won't be able to find, I do have a link for those at the bottom. So definitely check out the whole entire list. This is going to be a huge, huge list. to check out this week, just because I feel bad for not doing the 14 bands for this long. It's been ridiculous. Then we got Luke Bryan, amazing country guy. If you like country music, you know, you might like him. He's kind of not really not really my cup of tea, but you know, he's a pretty good country guy. He'll be around for a while if he doesn't, you know, mess up his career. But I think he'll be around for a while. He's a pretty good guy. Dolly Parton, if you've never heard any Dolly Parton stuff, do not just take people's word on her as being an old country singer, and just because she has big, you know, boobies, don't be afraid to go listen to her music, because she has some amazing music, you know, and not just because, you know, she's a girl country singer should throw, you know, the guys to not want to go listen to her older stuff, because she does some amazing stuff. Jolene, White Stripes, Jack White covered it. Definitely go check out Dolly Parton. Shaggy, if you never heard Shaggy, Wasn't Me, Banging in the Bathroom, Wasn't Me. Anyway, check out Shaggy. If you never heard Shaggy, definitely go check him out. I might have already did this list. I don't remember. Oh well. Double the pleasure. Yay! This may be a double one. Next one's Crucial Conflict. I might have already did these bands, but I'll go ahead and throw them on here just for the heck of it. So if somebody missed them, then hey, there, let's see it again. Crucial Conflict, pretty good rap band. I believe they're a rap band. Check them out. Tell me what you think. I forget exactly what they sound like. So, Kenny Loggins. Maybe I haven't did this one. I don't know. Hell, I don't know. Kenny Loggins, legendary. I think he plays some kind of instrument. Saxophone, maybe? I don't know. I'm not that big of a Kenny Loggins fan. So, check out Kenny Loggins. If you've never heard of Kenny Loggins, give him a listen. Tell me what you think about that down below. Alright, then we get into the bands, and they're basically the unknown. So, local band from Mitchell, Indiana. Country sounding, plays a lot of classic tunes. Christian band as well. Definitely amazing vocals from this. I do remember these. Definitely amazing vocals from this kind of, I would say, I want to say like mid-30s, early 40s maybe. I don't know. That's where her age is. She could be younger. I could be offending her. I'm sorry. But Fearless Delivery, definitely a great band. Hopefully, you know, they'll go on and maybe release a CD online somewhere if they haven't already. So definitely go check them out. Maybe you can ask them yourself if they have any CDs available. Or if they see this video, comment down below, Fearless Delivery. Let us know if you have an album that you are selling online, or, you know, a website. Maybe you just plug your website. Don't want YouTube to get in trouble or yell at you or something. Yell at me. You know. Anyway, definitely check out Fearless Delivery. I got a link for that. So definitely check out. Oh, right, this next band. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. I about bursted a blood vessel when I heard this band, because I was looking for people, because the best thing that I have in finding new bands is that I go out and find covers, and then when I find somebody doing a really, really good cover, I go from there. And this band was amazing. They did a very, very professional sounding heart-shaped box cover of Nirvana. Nemes. Nemes. I have 2 links for you for this band. One, you can listen to a whole CD, basically. And I even have it on bradtragic.weebly.com. The link on that page in the audio box, where you can actually go to my website and listen to their music. So an amazing band. Go there. Tell them you love them, because you will love them. If you like mainstream rock, different kind of rock, you know, I don't even know how to explain them. You just got to check them out. They're amazing. If you like music, if you have an open mind about great sounds, great singers, things like that, just a band being able to put everything together, definitely go check out Nemes. They are amazing. And then we got Lydia Evangeline / the band called Wayward Daughter. Definitely go check these guys out as well. An amazing duo. One chick, I don't know if she sings or not. She plays the guitar. They're both incredibly hot, too. I will tell you that. So if they're watching, boom! That's all I gotta say. They're both hot. They're both extremely hot, and they can sing and play guitar. They're amazing. Anybody that likes pop kind of style music, indie music, these guys write amazing lyrics and come up with, you know, the best songs ever that I've heard in a while from like a local musician. So definitely check out Wayward Daughter, Lydia Evangeline. how do you say her name? If I said it wrong, I apologize. Because I'm sure a lot of times when I do these local bands, they'll find that I did a review on them. So if you do, you know, come and watch this video, I thank you for making your videos and putting them on YouTube, because I love to find people like this. And I would love to put your link on my page. So sometimes I don't have the right thing, like a widget or something like that I can put on the page, though, to do that on my website. And I'm still growing my website. My website's not complete. I just can't find the right system of how I should put things on my website. I'm not happy with how I have it set up. That's why I'm not really like pushing advertising. I'm not paying for the advertising yet, because it's not ready. And once I do, then I think I'll get more viewers. So anybody out there that's viewing, thank you for watching. Hopefully you will continue to watch, and hopefully my audience will continue to grow as I continue to do 14 bands, even though this one's like probably 30 or something. But yeah. And then the last one is Paz. I'm not totally like, yay, about this band. They're okay. That's all I gotta say about this. Definitely go check them out. I do have 2 links for this, I believe. A YouTube channel. I actually have what the YouTube channel is called, and I actually have a YouTube video. So there you go. Great singer. They do really good songs. Check them out. Maybe they weren't too much of my cup of tea. And I didn't do this list because it's official, because I see 13 at the bottom of here, and there's 14 bands, so I was too short and I stopped there. So basically, what I'm telling you is that this was actually a 29 bands. So to end this, I will put one final band to make it 30. So the final band I'm going to put is a relevant guy. The guy who got the #1 album in the country. I don't know this week's probably somewhere, but last week is official. Jack White's new album, Blubber Bus, I think is what it's called, something like that. Blubber Puss, something like that. I thought something like that. Solo album went #1 on Billboard.com, or number one on the charts. So an amazing feat for Jack White. I don't know who Jack White is. Jack White. There you go. He had #1 album. So an amazing album. I listened to it on Spotify. Amazing. So definitely go check out Jack White's new album if you haven't heard it yet. Amazing. If you're a fan of White Stripes, definitely go check that out. Basically sounds basically like that. So yeah, there you go. So there you go. Go check out everything I have on this list. Have a ball. And if you want a band on my list, contact me. Let me know. I will add your band to the list, or add a band to the list maybe that I haven't put on there yet. And if I have, if you want me to mention them again, I'll mention them again. No problem with that. So there we go. Thank you. Good night. Keep on watching.